How's it going, everyone? So we're going to talk about Unizen today, but I need to talk about something first because you're going to be asking what the fuck what's happened. But I'm blue, double D, double die. I'm blue today. I don't know why. My camera has done something weird. I think the software that I use is gone a bit strange. So I'm not ill. I'm not dying. I'm just a different color today. So I thought I'd get that out of the way with before you think what the fuck. So we're going to talk about Unizen. And look, I want to start by saying two things. Okay, first one is I imagine running a company is really fucking hard. Like I imagine running a project is super fucking difficult, super stressful, super hard. And I know a lot of people do it in this space because I speak to a lot of them, and it does. It looks very difficult, and I don't think I could do it personally. Um, so you have to make a million decisions a day, and sometimes you get things wrong, and sometimes you get things right. There are mistakes that are made, but I couldn't pretend to know what that's like because I've never done it. So with the CEO, with Sean, um, there are mistakes that are made over time. That's just the way it is. You run a project, you do things right that people don't really appreciate. You do things wrong that people jump on. It's just the nature of the game. I get it. Um, the second thing I want to say is this looks ridiculous, doesn't it? I need to figure this out. So right, the second thing I want to say is I read the chats and the telegrams. Um, I know a lot of people think I'm up my own arse now, and I think I'm the king or whatever it is, but I'm not. I'm just a regular fucking guy who plays Mario Kart with his daughter and builds Lego, and I don't know, that goes for just walks. Like I'm just a regular fucking guy. Like I don't think any more than I am. Um, so like I read all the stuff in the telegrams. I spend a lot of time in telegrams talking to people, and I read all the stuff in the Unizen telegrams. And when things are going well, people love you. When things are going bad, people hate you. I get it. I get the nature of the game. But a lot of people are just reading a lot of shit about people saying stuff about me that's both funny and ridiculous. So I'm the devil now. I'm the Unizen devil apparently. Um, but a lot of people are calling me, all sorts of things. But the thing that they're saying a lot is that I've dumped my tokens. Dred's dumped all of his position. He's out of Unizen. He hates Unizen. He every night he puts a Unizen picture on a fire and he pisses on it, like all the stuff, ridiculous stuff, right? So you know, the options for DSR were option one, you you get all your tokens in 6 months' time, right? Uh, Option two was you get 50% of your tokens now, you burn the other 50%, or you give up the other 50%. And option three was the refund one, but let's not talk about that one, it's not important. So a lot of people chose option one, a lot of people chose option two. The way it went, with the sentiment shift and the way that the private sale investors felt like they were treated, ruined sentiment, and it was, a lot of people felt completely unfairly treated by the team or whatever. I won't get into it. But I know a lot of people chose option one. I know a lot of people chose option two. I chose option two. So I'm going to tell you the reason why. First, when I did the investment, I wasn't the only person who did the investment. I had family and I had some friends who also took part in the investment with me. So we had to make a decision together, right? It wasn't just my decision. We had to make a decision together. And a lot of people wanted option two because of the way it went, the way DSR went over time and the sentiment and the way people felt like they were treated. The second reason is I personally felt like I would rather have 50% of my tokens in my hands than 100% of my tokens locked up in their hands after the way it went. Especially with the proposal that was the 2.5 year one. That was the one that really cemented my decision. I didn't like the 2.5 year proposal. I felt like that was a really big slap in the face. So we went for option two. I'm going to scratch my nose. So we went for option two. So a lot of people think that I've dumped all my tokens and that's it. I haven't dumped anything. I haven't sold any of the tokens. No one has sold any of the tokens in our SAFT or whatever it was called, our agreement. All our tokens have been moved. We got our tokens and they got moved to DMAS. So all our tokens are being staked in DMAS. There's 50% APR now, which is really fucking good. So none of those tokens have been sold. So a lot of the people were talking about, how I've dumped it and I'm trying to kill the project and stuff like that. It couldn't be further from the truth. They're staked and they will be staked and they'll stay staked. Because that gets into the next bit. A lot of people are saying that I'm done with the project and stuff like that. It's not true. Like, it's foolish of me to think that just because I have a certain issue around the tokens, the private sale investor tokens, that the whole project is now fucking terrible. Like, it's not. That is a ridiculous way to think. Like, I have supported this project for so long, and I've seen so much potential in the project, and I still see it. It's been unfortunate the way DSR went, with the fact that so let's talk about the no. So the way DSR went with the launch, which was limited functionality and it hurt sentiment, and then the exchange went the same way. Limited functionality which hurt sentiment, and the way DSR happened, it all just really hurts sentiment. But when you look at what it is versus what it could be, the vision, the end goal, the end goal of DMAS, which is kind of being fulfilled now. There's more pools now, and the APR is 50%, and all the stuff like that. DMAS looks very, very attractive. Then you look at the exchange, what it could be, unified liquidity all through one platform, not having to go and sign up to 6 different platforms or exchanges and doing it all through one platform. That's still very attractive. And then you add in the DEX aggregator on top of that. The fact that you can simplify this whole processes that's normally like 6-7 clicks and going onto all these different websites, and have one click on Unizen and streamline the entire process. Extremely attractive. So like, it's stupid of me to think that just because I was upset about a certain thing, to do with DSR, that the whole project's now shit. Because that's not true. I could easily have took those tokens, dumped them, put them into something else, moved on. I don't see it like that. Like, the way I see it is, I want the project to succeed. I want the project to succeed, because if the project succeeds, I succeed, all the people who I got into it succeeds, whether that's family, whether that's friends, whether that's people who, saw content on Twitter and wanted to get buy-in and stuff like that. If the project succeeds, everyone succeeds, especially me. Like, this is an investment at the end of the day. The reason we all do this, we put our money into things because we hope in the future it'll be worth more and we can change our family's circumstances. For me, I hope Unizen does that, so then it changes my life, changes my family's life, all stuff like that. So it's I get more if the project succeeds, and not just more money, like more fulfillment, more, it just feels like, what's the point in getting those tokens, dumping them at a stupid price and moving on? Like, I want the project to succeed. And I still believe that the project can succeed. I've seen projects go through this exact thing where price took a big hit. Bearing in mind, we're in a fucking bear market. Price takes a hit, and then the project can come back stronger in the future. I've seen it happen loads of times in crypto. With Unizen, they have the foundations there to make something really special. And just because some team members left doesn't mean that other members can come in, pick up the work, and run with it. Like, the new CSO, I haven't watched the new AMA with Huobi that they did, but I will watch it. But people can take this and still make something really fucking special at Unizen, because all the foundations are there, the vision is very strong, and they're doing stuff that no one else is really doing. So I kind of wanted to just dispel those rumors, or not even rumors, but just people talking shit, basically. Because it's not true. Like, it's just not true. You know, I want the project to succeed. I still think it can succeed. I'm not selling my tokens. And if we go really low, then I'll be buying, because I was very impressed with the AMA they did around, I can't remember which one, because they did a bunch of them. And that's another thing, like the communications and the way the team have responded, and they're being communicative with the community and everything like that. It's good. It's a positive step. It's what they should be doing. And massive kudos to them for doing that. They recognize that, and they're moving forward in the right directions. They're being more communicative. Communicative? I don't know what the word is. But there was one of the AMAs, I think it was Martin, it might have been the technology AMA that they did, talking about the technical aspects of the project. But I was very impressed with the trade dex aggregator and everything they were saying there and what they were showing. I was very, very impressed. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about. Like, I'm not one of these people who just give up and move on and stuff like that. I need real reasons to really drop a project. And just because DSR went the way it went doesn't mean the entire project's shit. And people can think that I've sold, but that's not true. The other thing I wanted to talk about was this. So a lot of people are saying that I'm taking the piss out of Unizen, or I'm taking the piss out of what do you call it, investors and holders and stuff like that. Again, not true. Like, you can't, unless I have to explain every action I do, like, people are going to get upset with stuff. Like, this is me taking the piss out of myself. Like, I made a ridiculously bad call last year where I said $25 end of year. And the reason why I said that was because, at the time we had the DMAS coming out. So we had the staking coming out. And everything I was hearing from, the team and stuff like that, and people who I know are very well sourced in this, was that DMAS was going to come out with a bunch of fucking pools, and the API was going to be crazy high. So we was going to be talking about 20%, 30%, 40%, 10 plus pools. And I was thinking, this is going to really bang. Like, this is going to go hard. So I thought DMAS was gonna absolutely fly out the gates. Then the exchange was coming not too long after that, and I knew it was coming. And the promise of the exchange was, we're gonna have all of these exchanges plugged into it, and all this liquidity going through the platform. You won't need to sign up to all these different ones. You're going to be able to do it all through Unizen, and it was going to come out banging as well, come out hard. So those two pushed together, I thought this is going to really excel Unizen, because there was already a lot of momentum being built up, and it felt like this is going to really, if they can release these two products, and people really, they're going to see how fucking powerful Unizen is. Then, bearing in mind we was in the bull market, and everyone felt like this second leg to the bull market was still to come, 100k plus, stuff like that. So I felt like we was already at like $5-6. I was thinking, these two products being released, these are going to fucking bang. A lot of tokens are going to be locked up in DMAS, and a lot of burns are going to start happening because people are going to be utilizing the trading platform because it's going to be so attractive. Then I've seen the bull markets, how bull markets end, and I've seen the big blow off top, and prices get pushed way higher than they should be. And I felt like, yeah, like another 2x from here or something like that, a 2-3x possible. But in hindsight, it looks ridiculously bad call. Like, ridiculously. I'm not even trying to defend it at this point. Like, it is such a bad call. And this is me just taking the piss out of myself. Like, I made that call. It didn't clearly work out. It looks absolutely fucking awful in hindsight. And this is me taking the piss out of myself. Not you guys, not holders, not Unizen. So I just wanted to say something about that as well. Like, the problem with this is, like, people will have an opinion of you no matter what, and people will think you're a certain way, and people think that what they read is you and stuff like that. And you can't really answer everyone, and that is just the way it is. I sincerely hope the project can succeed, because it's all there still. It's all there still. I have no communication with the team. I have no communication with, Sean or the CEO or what they're working on. I'd love to know. I don't have anything. I'm just an investor sitting from the outside, watching, hoping that they can really fulfill this and make it the project that we all hope it can be. And that's it. That's it. So, like, I hope that answers some questions. If you still think I'm the devil, then I don't know what I can do to change your opinion. And I don't even need to change your opinion. I just wanted to put the record straight because, yeah, I still read those chats. So, because of AMAs and stuff like that. And when you read in people saying that, you've dumped, and you didn't, I needed to say it out publicly. So anyway, that's that, and I'm gonna go, and I think I've got to go play some Super Mario Superstars now with the little one and the wife. I'm normally Donkey Kong. That game is super frustrating. That game can rip families apart more than Mario Kart. So we'll see what happens there. Whether I'm in a rage later, and hope everyone has a good day. And that's it. Bye.